deal number 6 with Connor Whitehurst, the OG. Both went to
Oh,
OU. Where you at right now?
I'm in Austin, Texas. Got my apartment here in the Domain.
Boomer Sooner from Austin, Texas. So this
Yep.
was breaking down the first deal that we did. Was this your first deal?
This was my deal number one. It was.
Yeah, deal
Yeah.
number 1. This is like almost a year ago.
Yep.
Connor and I always kept in touch, almost recruited him to do solar with me or alarms at first. And
Yeah.
then you last minute went to go take some other job in Austin. And then I remember I was on a solar blitz in Austin. You happened to text me. This is like one of those crazy moments. And was it the Super Bowl?
It was. Yeah. I was playing around a golf and I saw a Vivint sign in someone's yard and I was like, dude, I gotta text Ben, see what's up with him. And then you were in
Yeah.
Austin for that weekend. So
The fact that you texted me was so funny. I was like, yeah, I'll be here for the Super Bowl. So I went over to your place. You're like, yeah, I'm running my own business. I was like, what? He's like, wholesale real estate. I was like, no way. I was like on the same point where I'm like about to like stop doing solar. I was
yeah.
had a couple of deals, or I don't know if I had just gotten, I don't know if I had a deal yet, but um turns out like started getting deeper into it. I think you were cold calling on the list that we were sending you, right? Was it a pre-foreclosure list?
Yeah, so I was cold calling and I was also using launch control text blasting, the pre-foreclosure list that, yeah, you were sending over from what was
Okay.
that, Real Estate IQ or something like that?
Yeah, it was real estate IQ. So you were
Yep.
cold calling on a dialer, just pressing next, right? Walking
Yep.
people through their options.
hmm
How much did you know? Like, do you remember what you were saying?
Oh man, dude, my intro had to have, I think I changed it a lot, honestly. Sometimes I was just real quick and simple. I was like, hey, look, we both know why I'm giving you a call here. Just wanted to make sure you got everything figured out. Just wanted to make sure you're on the right page, got everything set. Um, Sometimes I went into like, hey man, if you'll just give me 30 seconds, I'll let you know why I'm, the best option
Yeah.
here. I'm not trying to push you in anything. I'm just trying to let you know what's happening, give you a broader look at all your options so you can make the best decision for yourself. And so yeah, I kind of went through a bunch of different templates and yeah, just
You end up getting the one guy on the phone. What was he? Did he just say he didn't know what his options were? I can't remember what he said.
this week that we're the deal that we're
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah, he basically just no, he didn't say he didn't know what his options were. He was just like, look, man, I'm kind of tired of it. I'm just ready to figure out how to get rid of it, move on, and move to the next step. And
Yeah.
immediately then I was like, all right, man, let me set an appointment with my boy Ben Jensen. We'll get this moving forward.
Did you three-way us on? I can't remember. I think I got on the phone pretty quickly
Yeah. So
after.
I went to voicemail a few times with him, and he actually gave me a call back when I was walking into like Chick-fil-A with my mom. So I was like, "Hey, can we reschedule for an hour?" And then yeah, I put us on a three-way call when I was in my backyard, just walking around. We were doing that.
There you go. I would say
Yeah.
always try and get on the phone with them as quick as these people get blown up
Oh,
at their own foreclosures.
absolutely.
That's the hard part is like they could get another phone call, 5 seconds later. At the end of the day, it's, whoever they like and trust and they can tell they're trying to help them out. But Connor gets him on the line with me. I quickly looked up the house. It had been renovated, I think, 2 years prior when he bought it.
Yep. Yep.
So pretty low equity in Houston, huge house, like 3,000 square feet, really cool,
Yep.
like older look. But ultimately, he was like 20, I think it was like 20 grand behind, or was it less? 12?
It was like 17 or 20, somewhere around there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 17 grand behind on the mortgage. We had 3% interest rate. Cash flow on their long-term rental rates is probably like 300, nothing crazy. But we were like, all right, 17,000. We were only giving them what, a couple thousand up front. I think it was
Yeah,
like five.
we agreed to give him five up front. Yeah.
So basically 17 plus five. So we're 22,000 all in. The ARV, so the house is worth like 300-ish, or was it less? It was like I think it was 300,
I think it was around
320.
three.
But we ended up getting this marketed out to try and put on a owner finance on Facebook. We were like, hey, we're gonna wrap this. We're gonna get a 30 grand down payment, charge 8% interest rate. We had a wrap buyer lined up to put 100 grand down as a down payment. And I remember it was down to the wire because the foreclosure date's coming up. These people are looking through the property. They had more questions than I expected, and last minute they backed out. We would have made essentially like 70 grand on a
Yeah.
down payment to owner finance it. I was just going to give them like a 5% interest rate.
Yeah.
I think you, hindsight, I mean, we were both pretty inexperienced, but you wanted to close on it. You're like, hey, I'll bring in private money. We'll fund it. It could have been worth it. It would have been a lot more work than probably we wanted in Houston,
Right.
but ended up last minute wholesaling it to someone in our network. We got like 5 or 6 thousand and just kind of moved on. But he did say he had to go in, he put 5 grand more to fix up that garage, and then they're just
Yeah.
renting it out long term. But yeah, did you know anything about Subject 2 whenever that happened?
Familiar with the concept, didn't know exactly how it worked or all the factors that played into it, but definitely knew it was an option going in. Just needed some outside help to walk me through everything.
Yeah. Subject 2 works when it's low equity. You can't get him a cash offer. Our cash offer would have been less than his payoff amount. So we just took over the financing, gave him a few extra $1,000, and
Yeah,
now the new buyer has his 3% interest rate, set everything up so they own the house and they rent it out. So a lot lower money into it, and helps both people, makes it a win-win on both sides there.
absolutely.
Sweet. What are you doing now? So you're closing deals virtually?
Yeah, I am completely virtual. So my current roommate had a friend from college, went to Clemson. I went up there for a game last year and got in touch with him. He needed an acquisitions manager, and it was right time, right place for me. So something I was ready to move forward in. So yeah, man, I'm handling all inbound leads here. We work in East Coast, kind of North and South Carolina, Maryland, Georgia, a little bit of Tennessee. So, yeah, we have some cold callers, and then we're also working PPL right now, and I'm managing, setting myself appointments on all inbound leads, and also closing them as well.
There we go. I love it.
Yeah,
Cool to see. Congrats on that. It's funny looking back a year ago. Did you even have any sales experience or cold calling experience going into that?
not in the slightest. I had no idea what I was doing.
Just a beast on the phones.
Yeah, that was one of the things that honestly it took me a while to get over. Was I was the type of guy that wanted to know everything before going into it, and I
Right.
kind of learned moving into this that it's something that you need to learn it as it comes. It's something that
Yeah.
you just need to get on the phone. I mean, you need the reps, and
Yeah.
that's the only way to get better. And
Find a problem, and then you'll learn more than watching a YouTube video. But
absolutely,
that's sweet. Well, good work. I'm sure I'll see you in Dallas here soon. Go close
absolutely.
some more deals.